Chapter 4. Death? What? But Mew stuttered. Mewtwo's eyes narrowed, thus seeming more slit-like. Did you not hear me correctly? I said I'm here to kill you, he repeated and began accumulating a dark energy ball by his side. Mew's eyes widened in shock. Comprehend I am incapable to. Why desire I be as lifeless and vanished with thee? Mew asked, ready to summon a shield in case he threw the energy ball at her. Because I am Mewtwo. My purpose was to serve as a destructive weapon, the most powerful Pokemon in the world, and it's only you who stands in my way. It took me long to figure it out, but I now know my purpose. To kill you. Before she knew it, the dark energy had collided with her, and crashing into the wall Mew was sent. Quickly she pried herself in the hole, and dodged an incoming energy ball. Hold still, damn it! Mewtwo yelled as he threw multiple energy balls. Swiftly, Mew moved through the air, dodging each one as they came. Blinded by anger beneath thee. Ye shan't conquer me if ye shall not first cometh down, Mew warned. Her eyes glowed pink as she hovered in midair, looking down at Mewtwo who stood near the entrance. He ignored her and created a blue energy shield around himself. Mew did the same, but with pink-colored energy. And this time, that human boy would not be here to intercede in this fight. Mewtwo sneered and flew to Mew's level. Mew sighed. The two Pokemon hovered far apart from each other, their eyes fixed on one another. Without warning, the two flew towards each other with incredible speed. The energy shields collided with an electrical shock, and bounced away from each other. Repeatedly, the two banged their shields together, each trying to overpower the other. For about the seventh time, the two hastily approached each other, their faces burning with fury. Yes, even Mew's. The shields drummed together and made a loud clash sound, but they did not bounce away. Instead, they rammed their shields together harder and harder. As they did so, the shields began shooting off electrical sparks. Two Pokemon grinded their teeth as the amount of energy grew. Their bodies began to shake from the overwhelming reaction that went underway. Suddenly, the tension between the two came to life in the form of an electrical explosion. Lightning-like bolts were sent all around the tree, shocking anything and everything. But as it happened, the two shields remained in their position, still forcing against one another. Give it up, Mew. I will kill you no matter what. Never. This tree needs me to survive. A white light appeared between the two shields, but they ignored it. The light grew and grew, making the lightning bolts brighter, bigger, and of course more intense. The ground and walls began breaking. Bits of debris began flying around the two Pokemon. One final bolt struck the ground beneath them, and an explosion occurred between the two. A large beam of energy was sent surging up to the rock formation's top. The explosion's bang was so loud, it cracked the crystals throughout the tree. The explosion was of such a large magnitude, the large beam of white energy was sent in all directions. However, when the light had finally cleared, Mewtwo was left floating in midair. His body was covered in purple and blue bruises, blood trickled from his mouth, and yet his shield was still around him. Mew lay in an enormous crater below him, like a raisin in desert bow. Her once beautiful light pink fur was now tinted brown from the earth. Small patches of red and purple covered her body. Mewtwo descended and stood beside her. He smirked evilly at her seemingly lifeless body. He gently nudged her with his foot to check if she was conscious, let alone alive. Her eyes, once a glamorous cerulean, were now a lifeless gray. Blood slowly trickled down from the corner of her mouth. Mewtwo smirked. That went easier than expected. However, his heart stopped at the sight of tears. Remind me of Amber. Chapter 5. Life is Wonderful. Amber, a young girl Mewtwo had met subconsciously during his early stages of living. She was a good friend to him, but her experiment had failed. Years later had he only remembered what happened. Why? He asked, his eyes fixed on the pink mass that lay before him. Pika! You too! Yelled Flash as he dashed towards them, followed by his newfound mate. Pika! 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 Pikachu! Meow! Meow! Mewtwo, what have you done? Flash demanded. I did what I came here to do. I've cured Mew, thus relieving me of my nightmares, Mewtwo explained. His eyes were still fixed on her, trying to take a breath she was faking. Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. Mew, do you honestly think so? How can you say that? Look around you, Mewtwo. Look what you've done. You destroyed an innocent creature in the place you called home. Her sanctuary. How can you possibly live, knowing you took the life of someone you and I both know loved you? Mewtwo's eyes widened. Was Flash right? No, of course not. Mew didn't love him. How in heaven's name could she love a monster such as him? It was foolish to think such things. His shark turned to a frown. How can you think so? Why would she? How could she love a monster such as I? I am nothing but her clone. Her counterpart. It is ridiculous. Although, Mewtwo looked down once more and gently pushed Mew. The young pink Pokemon opened her eyes. Subconsciously, Mewtwo was happy to see those wondrous azure eyes gazing upon him. Mewtwo, she whispered softly. Her gaze was filled with the utmost sadness and regret. Regret of ever refusing to fight. Regret of never telling how she had felt. Why, Mew? Mewtwo began. Why didn't fight back? Silly Mewtwo. Of all the plastic questions to ask me, is it but not evident as to my decision to not brawl with thee? No, it is not. And speak properly. I know you can. Mew smirked slightly. However, her smirk was quickly turned upside down. Her eyes filled with tears, making them shimmer in the light of the crystal. It all started a few months ago. Like you, I too have been having nightmares. You plagued my mind every time I fell into a slumber. Sometimes they were nightmares, and sometimes they were dreams. Pleasant ones too. I would often question myself as to why every night you were the one who seemed to be in my subconscious reality. Then it struck me. It was the most shocking thing that ever happened to me. I, Mew, the very essence of all that beeth good and pure, had fallen in love. In love with he who was the very essence of all which beeth dark and cruel. Mewtwo. As his name exited her mouth, Mewtwo felt his heart jump. With the final word, Mayo fell unconscious. Pika-pee. Told you so. Flash murmured under his breath. His mate, who had been sitting there, was now even more confused than that before, but still kept quiet. Mewtwo couldn't believe it. How could he have done that to her? She loved him. Him, of all things. It was soon and there he realized something. That immense feeling he accumulated, it was not hate. Oh no, it was a rather heavy dosage of love. He picked Mew up and carried her to her petal bed. He gently landed on the soft petals and placed her down. I will repair what I have broken, he said, and began glowing blue. He lifted his arms as the power he gathered grew. Once he had enough, he sent an explosion of blue light surging through the trees. When the light had come to pass, all the crystals that had cracked were now repaired. The crater that Mew had created was now gone. In addition, the two Pokemon were now free of bruises, scratches, and bloodstains. Mewtwo watched Mew worriedly. He hoped that she had survived, and that this little trick cured her well enough. Slowly her eyes flickered open. She breathed deeply, taking a big whiff of the scent of a rose. She blinked confusedly and sat up. She was in her bed. How'd that happen? Looking down her body, she realized she was healed. What? Who? She turned around to see Mewtwo leaning against the wall behind her, in the darkness. You too? She began, and he approached her. Why? I thought you had. I don't hate you. I thought I did, but I was wrong. See, when I had those nightmares, I kept telling myself that I was haunted by them because I had not defeated you in battle. In fact, I felt bizarre whenever I thought about it. About you. All I knew was that I felt strongly about it. The one thing that pestered me was what was this feeling. Instantly I became the convinced that it was hate. As days passed, the feeling intensified. I became so engrossed by the so-called hate that I decided I must see you again. to relieve myself of these constant nightmares. But after what I did to you, and that the flash helped me see things clearly, it struck me. It wasn't hate that had overflowed within me, but a heavy dosage of love. Therefore, I have come to this conclusion. Mew, I love you. Mew's eyes widened. How long she had waited to hear him speak those words. Many nights she would create an illusion of him, just to hear it. Although she knew it wasn't real. An illusion could never replace the real deal. The two cats purred softly. Mewtwo bent down and took Mew in a loving embrace. Mew smiled sweetly, closed her eyes, and rubbed her tail around him. Gently, Mewtwo rubbed his face against hers. Mew mirrored his actions. When they stopped snuggling, they opened their eyes, their noses touching one another's. Mew closed her eyes slowly as she moved closer. Mewtwo copied, and within fractions of a second, their lips met. It was a sensational feeling for both. To them, being held by one another was wonderful. To be kissed by the love of their life was wonderful. Life was wonderful. The end!